What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. So today we got some turtles.
We got some turtles.
For all of you people out there, I like turtles. Let's get into it. So these ones are actually some rare turtles. And Kyle, do you want to give the backstory of how you actually came to acquire these? Because they're critically endangered species in the wild, and a lot of them actually, from what I was seeing, have been illegally smuggled in the US, and that's how a lot of them got in here, but then were confiscated and ended up at facilities like the one we got them from. So what's the story behind these guys?
So these actually came from a good friend of ours here, Maurice Rodriguez. He's actually a board member of our sanctuary here, so a very important individual. He actually is loaning these animals on a breeding loan. There's 3 males, 11 females, for a breeding purpose. Now, again, these are critically endangered species. There are repatriation programs.
Reintroduction programs?
Repatriate.
Repatriate?
Yes.
New patriot?
That's word. Repatriate.
Okay. Let us know, guys. But what is Luis and what's his organization? Or is he involved? Or these come from an organization?
No, these come from him.
Private.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, yes. So sure, whatever. Reintroduction programs, but that is a word. Back in the wild, because they are critically endangered species, and these babies will be used for that. We're not going to be selling them. We're not looking to profit off of these guys at all. Maurice and I have talked about it in length to make sure. Maurice.
I said Luis. But
no,
Maurice.
Maurice. Luis is Orinoco crocodiles. Maurice.
Okay. How about you tell them, what kind of turtles are these?
Oh,
we haven't even said it.
They're critically endangered. That's all that matters. These are Vietnamese pond turtles. And you can tell they are Vietnamese pond turtles and not their relatives' turtles by what, Ryan?
They actually have 3 lines on their face.
Oh, they're pretty.
They're real pretty. Look at
how big they are.
Almost like pond turtles we see here in North America. Their plastron looks a little interesting, if you guys can tell. You can really see those hard lines. I'm not sure if that's from how they're raised up, if that's how they naturally are. We'll see with the other ones. As I was looking, I could kind of see it. And then these ridges on right behind their neck and on their tail. That's really interesting. But yeah, these are real cool turtles. See if they can stick their head out so you can see.
Turtles. Yeah, that's gonna get them.
That's not gonna get them. Poke the butt.
Heck no.
But yeah, Vietnamese pond turtles. Their relatives are the Malayan. But
is that second cousin? Or?
Second cousin, twice removed.
Twice removed. Now, guys, as we always talk about, this is the quarantine enclosure. This is a very temporary setup. We're actually working on their permanent enclosure right now. It's going to be a 20-foot by 9-foot enclosure. So a very big enclosure with a 750-gallon, 8-foot by 7-foot tub. So it's a very big setup. What's that?
750 gallons?
Yeah. So
750 gallons. If you guys remember Corellis tank or any of the other gray tubs in the back by the greenhouse, that's what the tub is.
Yes.
So let's see what we got here. Did
Another
we say how many we got?
Yes, 14 of them.
14.
There's 14 of this. So 3 males and 11 females. So that is a great group for exactly what we want to do. And what that is, again, breeding for conservation purposes.
And it does look like all their carapaces are the same. Like there's a little bit of rigid. I think I may have said plastron earlier. What I meant was carapace. So in turtles, carapace is the top, plastron is the bottom. And this is I believe this is a female. Usually in aquatic turtles and most turtle species, if you look at the plastron, when it's super flat, that typically indicates a female. And then when it's concave, that typically indicates a male. And what that is for obviously breeding. Because if the males had flat bellies, when they tried to mount the female for breeding, they just roll over or roll off. So let's keep seeing if they keep having this interesting carapace. You know?
Let's see if they're sexually dimorphic in that, we'll be able to notice the males between the females, whether it be size or, well,
that might have answered your question.
That answers your question right there. Well, most likely, yes. Yeah, you see this is definitely a male. See the concave plastron, the tail that is much larger than the female as far as the size comparison. I mean, that's still a big...
I think that might be a male.
Oh, yeah, that may be.
Yeah, because look at that plastron.
Yeah.
I think those are both males.
Pull another one out, right?
Yeah,
you can.
Because compared to this one, guys.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Like that's a male for sure.
Yeah, okay. So we got 2 males. So this is probably just a sub-adult male.
Yeah, adult male.
And they're pretty close in size between the male and female.
This is cool, guys. It's like Christmas, going through and opening up all these presents. Which I had known that these were coming, but I didn't know when. I actually called Kyle today. I was like, oh, what are you up to? He's like, oh, just unpacking some turtles. I'm like, what? You didn't let me know?
But when I said the 20-foot by 9-foot enclosure, that's actually going to be a natural bottom as far as like they'll have grass, they'll have soil, they'll have a big mound because these guys actually lay eggs in a mound.
So we got another, oh, yeah, I'd say that's a male. No, these actually might,
yeah, this is a female.
That's a female. This might be a female too.
Yeah, it looks like a female.
Looks like they have a little hinge on their plastron as well.
Yeah, look at that.
Huh, that's interesting. But there's another girl. So now we're at 2.4.
Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, these guys make a nest, just simply lay eggs in a mound. So it's best to have a mound in there of sand, which is easy for us because we are essentially building a sanctuary on a beach, a very ancient beach, which is actually cool too because when we were doing the wells, we were actually pulling up shark teeth from just pumping water. So that goes to show how much of a beach this used to be.
All right, so we're at 2.4 right now. Let's see what this is.
Female.
Female.
Yeah.
2.6. Do you know the sex ratio of these guys already?
311.
Oh, okay. So we're essentially just looking for that other male.
One more male, if our guesstimates are correct. But he packed them really nicely.
Yeah.
You know, they're very, very secure. With the moss in there, kept them damp. This was Delta Cargo, so got them quick.
Let's see what that is. There's the male.
That's our male. So that should be our last male.
So it looks like 2 younger males and then that one big one.
Yes.
Here's scissors.
Now these are a pretty common animal in the pet trade though, correct? Are they not?
You know, I don't know.
I think they're only like $100.
I don't keep turtles, so
yeah.
I'm not positive. But for those of you guys that do, I know one of our fans, Dylan, he keeps a ton of turtles. I'm always seeing him post. So Dylan, let us know. Are these common in the pet trade? Because they are definitely critically endangered in the wild.
What I've heard, I think they're like only $100 for babies.
Why so let's get 14 of them.
What? What?
They're common here?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's figure it out.
What are you? That's a female.
That's a girl.
I was like, we're off. We're wrong. We have to rethink everything. Get all the peat moss, sphagnum moss off of them. Get them in here. Make sure they're behaving. So the biggest thing, guys, is much like the crocodiles, it's good just get them out, get them in the water. You know, they're much happier and safer in there and relaxed than obviously being in here. But they're also turtles. They're pretty chill. But it's going to be so cool to see them in those big grassy enclosures for sure.
There's another girl. I'm really curious to see if these are common. I mean, being so critically endangered in the wild, so I mean, they are doing reintroduction programs, but still, for such a rare turtle. The pet trade has a lot of stuff that's endangered. And
very successful with turtle species of breeding in general. You know, I feel like they can be pretty easy to breed at times.
Yeah,
here they are, guys.
So there we have 14 Vietnamese pond turtles.
14.
And as Kyle was saying earlier in the video, this is very much temporary. This is just quarantine. Once they're out of quarantine, they'll be going in their new enclosure.
Yep. We're gonna set up a little land area for them in here, and then in the next month or so, they'll be outside in a gigantic enclosure. So I guess they're not that common after all.
I wasn't able to find them on Fauna. That doesn't mean they're not out there, but you guys that keep turtles, let us know how common these guys are.
Maybe they're more common as babies, but not as breeder adults.
I mean, to have an adult colony of 3.11 adult Vietnamese box turtles, maybe a little rare. I mean, I imagine
Vietnamese pond turtles.
Vietnamese pond turtles. I imagine that with the 11 females, you could probably produce like 100 babies a year. So if there's any others out there, they're definitely getting produced.
Yeah.
But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys.